This is National Cheesecake Day, which you're probably wondering, why am I talking to you about this since this is an Olympic moment? There's a reason, and here is the reason why. Cheesecake was first served to athletes during the first Olympic Games in Greece in 776 BC. So we're trying to celebrate along with you as much as we possibly can on this Olympic event, and really first day that we've been able to talk to you about the Olympic events. How are things going there from your perspective?
Well, it's going really well. I mean, from a British perspective, we have 2 medals so far, which is always good for the host nation. We picked both of those up yesterday, one in the women's road cycling and the other one in the pool. But we are fairly hopeful that we might pick up 1 or 2 more today. There is some highboard diving going on as we speak, a couple of Brits, and there's much more swimming going on later tonight, and we're hoping we might pick something up there. So things from a British perspective going pretty well, but the Chinese are at the top of the medals table right now.
We noticed that, and the Americans won off from the Chinese, so we'll have to see how that works out. You know, one thing that you and I had kind of talked a little bit about, something I hadn't seen, was that there is at least one and maybe more blind Olympians who are competing in this game, right?
This is inspiring for anyone with any sort of disability, really. One in particular, a guy called Im Dong-hyun. He actually broke the world record for archery yesterday. This guy is shooting at a target that's over 200. He's registered blind. He's only got partial sight, so all he sees is a blur, yet he beat his own world record and got a medal. I mean, that is a stunning achievement.
That's amazing. Wow.
This guy from Korea, and he scored 699 points out of a possible 720. That's pretty good going.
That is, you know, and that's one of those stories that there's so many things going on, that might be kind of a side issue right there. So that is a fascinating. So he's from South Korea, is that right?
He's definitely from South Korea, yes. There was a mix-up with the South and North Korean flags at the soccer earlier on, but we can confirm this particular archer is from South Korea, yes.
Yeah. Let me ask you a little bit about some of the problems that they've had in England as far as people getting away on the highways and the freeways and all that kind of stuff. Have they cleared that up, or is that still kind of a problem for those of you who are trying to travel around?
Well, there was a lot of concern about the travel problems because everything's much smaller here and the roads are not so big as they are in the States. And there was a lot of worry that there would be massive traffic snarl-ups and everything. But the good news, so far, these have not happened. In fact, things are going really well from a travel point of view. So people are pleasantly surprised about that, and everything seems to be great. Of course, some problems with empty seats, which you may have seen, and that's another issue.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. We saw the empty seats that supposedly they had been reserved, and so people had them, but no one was sitting in them.
Yeah, these were actually meant for the Olympics. Give them out to foreign delegations. These were public seats. These were for media, for Olympic officials, whatever that means, and foreign delegations. And the Olympics have no control about whether these people take the seats up. But unfortunately, it means that there are hundreds of seats available. The public are a bit annoyed because they've been in lotteries and ballots to get these tickets. There were none left. Everything's supposedly sold out. And yet you see these banks of empty seats.
And so nobody can sit in them, I guess, because they're reserved, right?
So Lord Coe is saying, well, we're going to make sure that people are sitting in these seats. He's got armed services, teachers and students at the moment, but the public want these to go on sale so they can buy them because there's a massive appetite for games. Yeah.
Hey, well, let me ask you, what are you going to be watching in the next 24 hours? What's going to pique your interest as far as the sporting events there?
Well, for me, I'm a huge fan of the swimming. I've been watching all over the weekend. It's on in the evening night time, so I can't wait to watch the swimming tonight. The diving is just starting at the moment. I'm excited about that. All sorts of sports you don't normally see on television, like canoeing. I'm really enjoying watching the whitewater canoeing. Cycling's been fun. I'm just lapping up all these sports you hardly ever get to see. Handball's on today, gymnastics, the Brits doing really well at that. But mainly for me, I'll be watching the swimming and see whether we can pick up some medals tonight.
Yeah, we were wondering about the schedule for gymnastics. So that's coming up how far from now, do you know?
The gymnastics is actually happening a couple of hours, I think. The British are actually into the team final, which is a miracle. But yeah, that's on the way in an hour or two, so we'll be keeping an eye on that one, definitely.
All right, Steve, thanks very much. Appreciate that update, and we'll check in with you again tomorrow.
Yep, look forward to it. See ya.
Our British guy who likes the Olympics, Steve Best. here on the Dove.